Hey guys, Derek with Automatic Door and Hardware. Today we are going to be looking at a Stanley Magic Force. Now this video is, we're going to be doing a replacement on the rubber isolators that kind of make the unit quiet and prevent it from vibrating in the header cover. It's a pretty common issue with the Magic Force, especially for an opener that's been in there for a while. The rubber will like dry rot out and no longer have its flexibility. So, you know, just like motor mounts in a car, they do have to be replaced after so long. So I already have a Magic Force operator pulled out. So you have these total of 4 screws that go in the actual header. So you remove the 4 screws in the header and it'll come right out. Just make sure you unplug it. Again, this is going to work for all Magic Force units. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip it up end over end like this. And this is what we're concerned with, these 4 screws. So we're going to pull these 4 screws out and this plate will come off. So, and these can sometimes be pretty tight. So plate comes off, I'm going to set it aside, and here are our rubber mounts. Now these are actually just threaded in here. Sometimes you can hand them, I can't get them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a pair of pliers here and get these removed.
I think in his suitcase he has a bunch, like if you need needle.
Let me just start it before you film. Yeah, I need like needle nose. Hey guys, so if you have really stubborn rubber mounting feet, what we're going to do is we're going to do the double nut method. And basically I'm going to thread this in to the actual rubber mount, and then I'm going to tighten this nut down to lock it on this, and then we will should be able to unscrew it right off this head. So I'm going to go ahead and get this in. Lock this on here. Gonna want to get that pretty tight, and then should be able to back this out now. There we go. And if you're replacing these guys, it's not, you don't really have to get the proper thread here. Just as long as you can screw it in far enough to make good contact. So there we go, then we got one out. And you're just gonna have to grab it with pliers, and then you can back it out. And then do it again. Right, got that tight. Go. Got that one out. There we go. go, guys. And then, you know, just so you know, here's what they look like. So this is rubber. There's like a metal flange nut here molded into this rubber, but this rubber is the isolator that will quiets the gearbox down when it's running, and it gets torque. So again, these thread in, and then you thread the cover right back on top. You just repeat it in reverse order. That's my typical method for getting them out. If you guys have any other methods, feel free to leave them in the comments. And thanks for watching, guys. So I showed you guys that one method where I used 2 self-tapping screws and I drilled straight into the, in fact it was this one right here, straight into the grommet. So if you know you're not going to reuse it, it's okay to do something like this. I've had to do that out in the field before. But yeah, basically what's happening is there is an actual metal flange here. So with a self-tapping screw, you can bite in enough. So you want to just go in just far enough, and you want 2 so that you can pry against it with like a screwdriver or something, and that'll give you enough leverage to back the rubber grommet out. So that's just one of the methods I've used before in the past. I prefer the double nut method if you have one on you, but you know, sometimes in the field you don't have access to everything, so you got to work with what you got. But yep, that's a little bit how that works, guys. Again, if you guys have any other methods for us, yeah, we'd love to hear it. You can see there's thread locker on there, so